Really fun. Oh yes, definitely working hard today. It's definitely going to be a busy day. Just taking it all in. It's budget day. So it's budget day here in Prince Edward Island today. There's some big announcements expected from the government. A lot of rumor talk that the HST will be increasing up to 15% instead of our 14%. Today's goal is to capture some photographs, the George Coles building right next door here, and to get them into some national media outlets such as the Canadian Press. As such, it'd be distributed among hundreds of other newspapers across Canada and into the world, possibly. That's the goal for today. Let's see what we can come up with. So basically, as a photographer, I'm going to have access to anywhere behind the glass here. So I'll be able to shoot Alan Road. She's going to be sitting the second seat in, right in front of me there. And I'll have access to everywhere in here as long as I'm not blocking people and such. And I'll be able to photograph them from anywhere. So being on Prince Edward Island, we only have a couple media outlets here. There's not a whole heck of a lot. So when it comes to scrums, media scrums, it's not as big as an issue as it is in other centers. Being here, it's a lot easier because there's only a few and everyone knows everyone, so everyone's respectful of, we're all there for the same purpose of getting the shot. At the end of the day, it's very respected that you let somebody else get the shot too. It's part of the perks of living here in a small community. Just got an email saying Minister will be available in his office at 11:30 for photos if you're available. So I got to head on over to the Minister's office, snap some pictures. So here we are, chatting it up, getting him to relax a bit, but he seems like a pretty relaxable guy as it is, so it was pretty easy to capture his image. In this case, I'm using ISO 200 f5.6 at 1/250th of a second. Now, the post photos are less likely to be used for media outlets as they prefer more dynamic shots as opposed to stage shoots, but I figured I should snap some just in case. So now, we're just waiting for budget time. One of the big things about shooting anybody is ensuring that you're not wasting the time, so getting in, getting out really quick, and getting your shots you need super fast. It basically ensures them that you're not wasting their time because you know they're going to be busy on an important day like today. So that's what we've done. Alright, so now the emails are sent off, good to go. Now it's basically waiting till 3 o'clock to head on over to the legislature and we'll get some live budget photos. Awesome!
That's quite a...
UPS! Mark's here! He got goodies! So Mark has come. This is a big day. Anytime I get new product like this, I get so excited. But here's a little sneak peek at basically my storage room. And I will tell you, it's not the cleanest. So in here I store all the tourism products that I work on. Now by this summer, I'm not going to have room to move. It's a mess. It needs to be cleaned. But I'm reorganizing. And I'm moving around a bunch of stuff to try and find more room, and it's a big day. So now I got a bunch more boxes stuff in there. So it's about 3 p.m. Heading down to the provincial legislature now. I have two bodies on me, three lenses, Canon 5D, Canon 70, Canon 17 to 40 millimeter, Canon 50 millimeter 1.4, and the Canon 70 to 200. I'm coming a bit early just to make sure if there's any crowds I beat it. And yeah, if there's any opportunities to snap some pictures beforehand, it's going to be well set up. So this is the media room in the George Coles building. On the left is Brian Simpson from the provincial government, and on the right is Heather Tweel from the local Guardian. All the journalists are next door in lockup reviewing the documents with the minister while we await 3:30. So it's almost time to go into snap some pictures. They're just reading some announcements. It's all right. And Brian tells me it should be close, so I know we're coming up here. So it shouldn't be much longer, then we'll go in, snap some pictures, and head back to the office and get on with the day. So that wraps up the photographing component of the budget. It's quite simply get a couple shots. It's one of the rare opportunities that we're actually allowed in the chamber. So I took a few moments to capture other MLAs as well. Oh, that's not good. To capture other MLAs as I was getting some shots. Thankfully, it was just the GoPro in its case. But big news was the HST increase, and that's that. So it's been a very exciting afternoon. I got a lot of shots done, a lot of shots I really like. Now my goal is to get the photos out to the photo editors in Toronto so they can distribute on the Newswire as soon as possible, and then they'll be available to newspapers all across Canada. Then we'll start to see them on the web. For me, I gotta hurry up. I got the gym in a few minutes, so I gotta get this done before I go to the gym. So I've gone through the images. I've selected the images that I like, but now I gotta send off a good collection to my photo editors in Toronto. So I've gone through. This is the one I've liked the best. It features two MLAs speaking while the finance minister is in the background talking or reading his speech at the same time. This is another one. I really like the artsy ones, but something like this will probably be used, and it's been a really good shot. So overall, I'm quite happy with it. I also got some photos of the Premier and the opposition leader. So overall, it's been a good day, a good busy day, and now that I got them, got to submit them, then for me it's off to the gym, and then I can check out the websites later to see who picked it up. On Prince Edward Island, we have very limited access to off-island mediums or off-island newspapers that are available in newspaper format. Of course, we can always go online and see them. At the end of the day, I like to see my stuff in a tangible format. So we typically have two other media outlets that they provide in a paper format, and that is the Chronicle Herald out of Nova Scotia, the neighboring province, or the Globe and Mail. So I picked up one of the Chronicle Herald here at a local shop downtown, and sure enough, the Chronicle Herald on A6 did feature one of my photographs. Now, the Chronicle Herald is currently going through a strike, and as such, they're not using bylines, so you don't actually get to see my name because they have brought in temporary reporters, and they don't want to use the bylines. But you can see the photographs that I have taken in other newspapers as well. So yesterday's mission of getting one of my photographs in the national media outlets was successful. On top of that, it made it into quite a few local media outlets in different parts of Canada. So that was a great success. And look at this. We have flowers blooming. That's a sign of spring. But anyway, back to on course. The goal yesterday was to get the photographs into the national media outlets. It was a success. It was featured in tons of different newspapers across Canada. And overall, I'm quite happy. For more photography adventures, make sure you subscribe to get the latest episodes. Every Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Atlantic, we launch a new episode right here on the YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe.